Um, this is a requested tutorial. I didn't even know I would make a tutorial for you guys, but okay, here I am doing it. Okay, so I am skipping the Lightroom adjustments to make it look like this because this is the before and after. And I know you guys want to know how I did it in Lightroom, but it's gonna take way too long to explain. So I just made a preset and you can download it. I will post it for you to download. And the thing with presets is people, it's not gonna look good on every picture. It's gonna look good on like maybe one picture, two, three, whatever. But you cannot say that it didn't look good. You downloaded it and it didn't look good because of course you have to tweak it. That is the thing with presets. Some maybe one in a billion. I have one. I click it and it looks wonderful, but I still tweak it. So yeah, for now I will skip that part and we are going straight to the part where I am going to make it look like she has gel lights around her. And when I first started doing Photoshop, I really wanted to know how to do that because I thought gel lights were expensive and whatever, but they're not. But yeah, I just wanted to know how to do it in Photoshop, and I couldn't find the right YouTube tutorial. So I just practice and practice and practice until I know how to do it. And I know how to do it now, and I will show you how easy it is. Okay, so we are starting with this version here. And for this picture, you can see I used a green lamp while shooting. It was a tiny, tiny green lamp, but it doesn't really show in the picture. So I am going to make my own gel lights. We are going to start with an empty layer like this. And I am going to my brush. My brush is, most of the time it's 100% and hardness is 0%. I don't like a hard brush. I usually just use the soft brush. Okay, and we are going to start with a green uh, light. So let's zoom that in. Get the brush. Okay. So for me, I already have a little bit of a guideline as to where to put the brush strokes, but if you don't have that, just yeah, it's just like where do you want the light to come from and just paint on that direction of the face, body, object, whatever. Okay, so for me, I am going to brush some here on her hair, a little bit on her shoulder, and on her hands, arm. Okay, so let's see. This is what I want. Okay. Well, as you can see, it doesn't look like anything beautiful. So now comes the secrets. I don't know if you can call it secrets because I'm sharing it with you, but okay. What I did for this look is I went to soft light and I changed the blending modes. And this is what it looked like after I changed it to soft light. But you can still see it's way too harsh, it doesn't look good, and this is not how I want it to be. So now comes another secret I found out. I don't know how I found it out, but I just randomly did it and it works. So yeah. Okay, so I go to filter and I go to blur, Gaussian blur, and I blur it all the way up to 186 pixels. And this is what it looks like after. I will show you what it looked like before, like this, and I went to 186. You can make it as hard or soft as you want, but for me this looked good, and it's all blurred out, and it makes it just look better. Okay, press OK, and still a little bit too bright and fake-ish looking, and there's only one simple solution for it, and it's just changing the opacity. That's it. That is literally it. Okay, opacity, and for this look I go all the way down to, let me see, go up again, 58%. Okay, now you can see that there's still a little bit of green here, and I don't like that because that is the thing that makes it look fake. Because if you have light, it falls on a person or object and not around that person or on the background. So I am going to take a layer mask, and I will take a black brush and put it on 100% because this is not some work I have to do very carefully. And now I will just take the green around her away, so it looks like it's only falling on her. Okay, let me see if I have some greens I don't like anywhere else. No, this is fine. Okay, this is the green light, without and with. Now we are going to red. So we're taking an empty layer again, going to the red brush. This is my, these are my settings. I don't know, I just picked a color, and I don't even know if it's the same as the original one. I don't think so at all. But yeah, just use red or blue or gray or whatever color you want it to be. Well, not gray, because gray is going to turn white, but okay. Okay. Then I am going to brush that all over again. Opacity 100 and hardness 0% again. Brush it on the face, over the finger, a little bit here. Okay, so I want the red light to come from this way. The green light comes from this way, and red from this way. Let me see where I want it. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on her arm, and maybe on her knee, also on her chest area. Okay. Alright, this is what it looks like right now. And we're going to do the same steps again. Go into layer, change it to soft light, and we get this, but that of course doesn't look good, so we're going to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I have it on 188 now. Okay, well, fine, whatever. This is what it looks like now. Press OK. And now we wait until it does its magic. And as you can see here, it's also around the model, so we're going to change that, and we're going to remove all the light around her. And for this I am also going to use a mask. So I'm just going to mask that out while my filter is doing its thing. We wait. Slow laptops, yay. Okay, is it finished? No. Well, I think you can like watch a movie and it's still not finished when you come back. This one is very slow. Alright, this is what it looks like blurred. I am going to change the opacity of this layer as well. Let me see. If I don't know if I want it that dark, so we're just gonna change it. I'm gonna make it lighter. Maybe like 75%. And as I said, we are going to remove the red around her. So I'm going to take my brush again, 100% soft brush, and I am going to remove the red color around her. Let's see, it's here. It's like on the steps, and I don't want that. And I don't think it looks good underneath, but I don't want it to be gone like 100%. So I'm gonna put my brush on 7% and just go over it a few times to make it a little bit lighter, like this. And it's gone. Huh, so far. Okay. Yeah. This is what it looks like, but I haven't changed the opacity of the. Oh, I did. Oh, that's bad. Okay, well, I don't like it. Okay, so maybe a little bit. Yes, 65%. Okay, well, this is what we have now. I'm gonna put everything in a nice little folder. If I were Bob Ross, I would paint like tiny trees, but I'm not, so. Okay, this is the photo without gel lights, you know, and this is the photo with. And I hope that if I didn't tell you it was fake, that you think it would be real. But yeah, this is it. And you guys also wanted to see how I dodge and burn. So for this tutorial, I am not going to show you how I retouch the model's face / body and hair. I also made the picture bigger, like I put it to the sides, but I'm not going to show you. This is only to show you what I do for color. Okay, now I am going to dodge and burn, going to copy my background layer, and on this layer I am going to draw. Okay, first I start with burning. I always do that. I always go like over the eyebrows, things like that, to make everything darker, and then I do the highlights. Okay, so I have it on shadows 6% right now, and I'm going over the eyebrows because I love dark eyebrows. Okay, I'm going over this. This is very handy if like your fake eyelashes are showing and you want it to become one like with the eyelids. I just always make it darker and then it looks real. So yeah, this is what I do. Eyebrows and eyes. I usually go into corner of eyes as well. In the crease a little bit, but not too much. And lips. Make it a little bit more darker. Alright, this is what we have so far. To me, that looks better. Okay, now I go to the highlights and I use the dodge tool and I am going to put it on highlights and I am going to, well, as I said, highlights. Yay. What I usually do, I take what is already there in the picture, like this right over here, and the tip of the nose. I make that brighter because I love that. Now I go to the cheekbones, and I'm going to highlight the cheekbones. Not too much because you don't want it to look very fake, but this is what it looks like zoomed out, her face. And I also want her shoulders to be highlighted, so I'm going to press O, and it takes me back to my dodge and burn tools, and I am going to highlight her shoulder. Also, not too much. You can make it as light or dark as you want, but I don't want it too light. And this part here, and I also highlight the highlights in the hair. Well, yeah. Okay, maybe the side of her face a little bit more. Okay. Alright. Let me zoom out. Oh, well done, okay. It's like every time I want to show people something, or I'm like, hey, look at that, it's happening the whole time. And then you look that way and it doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, that's like my Photoshop right now. It doesn't do what I want. Okay, I dodged and burned a little bit, and I will show you before and after. This before and after. Okay, this is after. And my last step for color, well, not the last one, because you know what? I'm just going to show you what I did. Okay. I went to adjustments. See if it's still... okay. Right. Just looking at, because this is my first time filming, so it's like very new to me. Okay, and I always go to color balance, and because I want the color to be more bluish, I am taking my slider to the science like this. I just play around with it, no idea what I'm doing. And I am in midtones right now. I am not touching shadows or highlights. Okay, then we go to magenta and green, and I think I'm going more magenta than green. Look, see? So I'm going magenta, and like this, -14. Then we go to the yellow and blues, but I don't like yellow. Like, see, I don't like that. So we're going to the blues, but not too much because it's a very strong color, as you can see. I am going to put it on +14, and then to make it look brighter, I usually don't touch my curves anymore because I am in levels all the time. And here I just play around with everything. Let me make the highlights more highlighty and the blacks more black, but not too much. Like this, and the midtones, that I don't know. Let's see what happens when I go. Oh, not that way. This is way too bright. This is too dark. Or maybe something like this. And most of the time I touch this one as well because I don't know. Just do it. Okay, I think this looks fine. Let me see what happens now. I'm going to put my group one underneath everything. Okay, and for this, I am going to make a new group. You don't have to make groups. This is something I don't usually do as well, but it's just easier to show you what I did. Okay, I'm going to remove all the layers and this is what you get if you follow my steps, my very unclear steps. Group 1, the lights, the colored lights. Then I dodged and burned, and then I changed some other colors, very light, and this is what I got without retouching. I hope you like. Yeah, I I don't know if I am going to make more YouTube videos because it's very, very, very hard for me to explain things because I just suck at explaining things. But yeah, I hope you got something out of it. I hope you learned something, and let me know what you think. All right, see ya.